It's about time somebody finally has the courage to do something about all this rampant crime in those out-of-control Democrat cities. Oh. All right. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, that your thesis is correct, that crime in these cities is rampant and out of control. It's not. But let's just say it is, for the sake of argument. The next question we have to ask is your strategy of placing soldiers and paramilitary outfits in those cities to control crime an effective strategy for dealing with crime? Well, that depends. Are you prepared to spend billions of dollars to place military and paramilitary forces in every major American city in the country? Because that's what the president says he wants to do. Are you willing to do that in perpetuity? Because that's what it's going to take. Look, the reality is with the presence of all of those armed forces in those cities, you're probably going to see a reduction in crime. You'll also probably see an increase in crime in those places that are bordering those cities, because the people who are intent on committing crime will simply go somewhere else. But yeah, you'll probably see a reduction in crime. But the minute you take those forces out, you're going to see crime go right back to what it is today. So are you prepared to keep those soldiers in those cities in perpetuity? Do you want them in your city in perpetuity? Because this strategy doesn't actually address the underlying causes of crime. Now, I don't want to get into the weeds on the underlying causes of crime, and I'll write a post on it, I'll put it up on the Mad Sociologist blog and the Substack page. If you're interested, go to those sources. But the underlying factors in crime are largely economic and social. They are not something that can be resolved by just sending in big burly men with guns to tackle middle-aged women in the middle of the street and zip-tying kids in old dilapidated apartment buildings. That's not an effective strategy for dealing with crime in any realistic sense. This has nothing to do with fighting crime. This has to do with an authoritarian leader asserting his power and showing the entire nation that he can send soldiers to your backyard just as easily as he can send soldiers to the backyard of brown people and liberal people. Take this as a warning.